What's going on, fam? What's going on? This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I hope you've been enjoying your day so far. We are back continuing our presentation series with these universal spiritual laws, the laws of creation, right? And today is all about the spiritual law of prosperity. And I know, for a fact, abundance is your birthright. It's my birthright. It's all of our birthright. But without the proper knowledge of money and all money is energy, is spiritual. And we live in a realm of nothing more than energy, frequency, and vibration. And so, we're taught that we gotta, physically, exert energy to, to manifest money, but that's far from the truth. Okay, money is spiritual, and we're gonna talk about this today. I'm gonna really, take my time and give you the tools that you need to get things going in your life, because you're here to have an experience, okay? Not to be a slave and work all your life and really don't have a clue who you are and why you're here on this planet, okay? So part of my purpose here to help line things up, right? To give you a quick tune up so you can tune into yourself, line you back up with your money, right? Your currency. And then what you're gonna do is, money is a tool. It's not real, right? It's a belief. It's an idea, right? However, with this knowledge, you're going to use these tools, right, to help a lot of people. You're going to help yourself first, right? You're going to learn about the information, test things out, see what works, see what doesn't work. And then you're going to, get those results, because people are going to see your results, right? Right? So from there, that's when you're going to really pour over into other people and help them, teach people how to fish. Okay, so that's my main intent today, to give you the tools that you need to line you up with the extra currency, energy, right? Raise the energy, frequency, and vibration of the planet, so you can help help yourself and help a lot of people. So it's all about being the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. So instead of waiting on luck, I'm gonna cause some luck today, right? You're gonna create some luck, by using all these tools. So if you need to screenshot this, do what you need to do, write things down. But these are the tools that you need to really put you in the money, or the abundance vibration on this this physical plane, at least, and even in the mental plane too. Okay, remember, everything is spiritual. And so by now, please use and learn and use those 7 Hermetic principles daily. I promise you, it's going to take you far. These are your building blocks to really creating your reality. All right, so instead of going off of blind faith, right, by using these 7 Hermetic principles, you don't have to have blind faith anymore, because you know exactly what you're doing. There's an ebb and flow to the universe, right? And also learning more about your name. Your name is your nature, your life path number. So if you really not familiar about how to calculate your life path numbers, date of birth, and stuff like that, I got you covered. Go back to some of my previous presentations. I'll walk you all the way through that. I'll give you a lot of my takeaways in regards to all these different vibrations and numbers on a spiritual aspect. Of course, there are other experts out there that really been studying this stuff on a different level, but I approach things from a spiritual aspect. Okay, all right. And also learn more about your natal chart. Go to astroseek.com. They'll hook you up. They'll give you all the tools that you need, give you some guides, to figure out, have more knowledge of self, right? And that way you can have a better understanding of, what's been going on in your reality and what you can look forward to, because you control your own destiny, okay? There's no cookie cutter recipe to life. So today, guys, be sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, right? And remember, as always, our purpose and mission require learn a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that knowledge and experience for our soul growth. So if you've been doing the same thing over and over again, if you haven't seen none of this information on the screen before in your life, today is your day, okay? This is the presentation for you. These are the tools that you need. They would never teach you this stuff in school about money, okay? That's by design. So this is one of the biggest takeaways, one of them, at least, from all of the presentation series. But these are the books and the tools that you need to have in your collection, in your toolbox, so you can stay in this vibration, so you can figure out how things really work in this reality that we call life. Okay, all right. But as you really gain this knowledge, because this is some good information, share with people, share your knowledge and wisdom with people. It's not about believing what Chris say or what anybody else says. It's all about trusting your own inner voice. Okay, stop believing everything outside of you. It's time to tune into that your own energy. All right, and right now I'm helping you to line things up so you can start transitioning from your jail bizzles, right? So you can really turn your life into a successful business model, and really focus on, learning more about yourself, your family, really getting that strong foundation. And that's what it's all about. Okay, that's part of my mission here. So your thoughts, belief, words, emotion, and action always going to equal your reality and your results. Please keep your money in check, and that's why we're talking about money and currency today. All right. So if we go from left to right here, like always, guys, I told you, money is spiritual. All right, so you can go to YouTube, look up Reverend Ike, put this one in. He'll talk to you about this. But again, we live in a realm of nothing more than energy, frequency, and vibration. You are here. You are part of the universe, having this human experience. But somehow, some way, there are some beings that manipulated this experience and turned it into a business idea, right? Who does that? So over the years, people thought it was normal to work and earn money. No. And you still don't have time for your family, right? So who does that? So I'm lining things up. Money is spiritual. So now you need to, readjust your thought process and your thinking, and realize, like, hey, I am the money, because which you are. Because when you working that job, you are working that job. They giving you money in exchange for your energy, because you've been giving them all of your energy, your thoughts, belief, words, emotion, and action for 8 to 10 to 12, 16 hours, right? And they giving you in exchange for all your energy that you've been giving to them, right? Because you're that powerful, and they just give you 20% of the proceeds, and they pocket 80%. All right, that's how the game works. 80-20 rule. Remember that. All right, and then we got. Continue recording. My apologies. And then, guys, the second takeaway, you gotta have multiple sources of income. Bob Proctor. Okay, not multiple jobs. You need multiple sources of income that's gonna give you, the cash flow that you need. You need assets. Okay, remember, liabilities take money out of your pocket. Assets put money in your pocket. So your job maybe your primary source of income or cash flow at the moment. So the goal is to collect the assets that you need to pay for all of your liabilities, all your living expenses, plus and then some. That way you can really walk away from your job. So that was my main approach. Okay. And remember, dollar cost averaging, learn about cryptocurrency. Okay. Even though, money isn't real, we're going through this reset here. So, just play it safe if you want to, a couple dollars, every week, every month, every day if you want to speed things up, but learn about dollar cost averaging. But down here, for a fact, okay, as you transition from your job, you need multiple sources of income or cash flow. So you can invest in dividend stock that pays you cash flow, every 3 months. And if you do a 12-month breakdown, many of these you can easily get like $50 a month. Okay, you see how I'm doing this? Like Nike, Walmart, other dividend stock. I mean, this is what I do. Then you can have some real estate over here. All right, you're getting $1,500 a month here, right? Then you got your money in a whole life policy that's that has a cash value that's earning at least like 4% interest for the year, right? And then you got other things, you can hodl your money in other accounts where different cryptos, they pay you like certain percentage every month, right? So at the end of the day, you're looking at a total asset of cash flow, probably about close to 10 grand, okay? Almost a month. So even if I break it down in real simple terms, if you don't have that many options right now, you can easily generate $500 to $1,500 a month. And that's part of my goal here, because these people have the stats. They know the average family is at least $500 to $1,500 away from being broke, okay, and basically living in poverty. And so part of my purpose here is how can I add more value to to the whole planet. Just giving them simple tools that they can apply to their lives, because they wasn't taught. I wasn't taught a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff just was deep within my DNA, as a child. And I was like, man, I would save money, on my own naturally. I would study around money. And so part of my purpose here is just to give, just the basic building blocks and to line you up with your natural abundance. Okay, that's it. So back over here, I'm here to remind you, each soul has the ability to manifest what they need, but fear, poverty consciousness, and conditioning from the institution, because schools, they don't teach you none of this stuff. They would never, I have 4 college degrees. I never seen none of this stuff. Okay, they would teach you how to be a great worker, a professional worker, right? With all these different certificates and trophies, but never teach you how to make your own, to generate your own cash flow, start your own business for yourself, because they taught you that you wouldn't work for them no longer, and they wouldn't pretend to be your friend. Okay, so I'm just telling you, I'm just keeping it real with you guys, because if they really cared about you, they would show you like, hey, you don't have to work for me, all your life. Are you interested in learning about, owning your own business, or at least starting it? If they really cared about you, a supervisor, they would share stuff like that with you. And I've done that all my life, throughout the military. That's why people love me all throughout my military career, because I would study stuff, share stuff that could help people get money or their health. And they was just like, man, thanks, Chris. Man, you saved me, a whole bunch of frustration. And that's part of my purpose, to save you a lot of time and energy from, just winging it, and just give you righteous knowledge. Okay. So again, it's all about the conditioning and often the lack of education that prevent many of us, that went through this situation, right, of manifesting, what we really need in our life. So what's the biggest, what are some good strategies, Chris? You're telling me a lot. So right now, you want to get from this side of the cash flow quadrant with Robert Kiyosaki. Please get these books, guys. You want to get from the employee and the self-employment side to the B and the I side, basically the investor and the big business. The big business side here, these people, they own a system that works for them. So they investing in these assets that's generating cash flow, and where they don't really have to rely on a job. They can work if they want to, because some people really love their job. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But for the ultimate goal, especially if you really care about your family and you want to be more involved with your children and just focus on yourself, your purpose, your mission, you don't want to, give a job all your energy. Okay. So the ultimate goal is to get yourself, from this side to this side where your money is basically working for you. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So the biggest takeaway, if you don't learn anything else, you always, with the richest man of Babylon, the biggest takeaway when it comes to money, you always got to pay yourself 10% first before you pay any bill, any tithes and offering. If you still believe in that, okay, you got to pay yourself first. Okay, that's the biggest takeaway, 10%. So no matter how big or small, when you get cash flow coming in, always pay yourself 10% first, put it aside, do the 3-year deal, come back to that money, and you'll be amazed, like, man, how much money you were able to save, and you can use that to pay cash for a car or a used vehicle or whatever you need. Okay, not use it all, but you'll have that abundance, just ready for you. And I hope that makes sense. All right, so to line you up some more, guys, earn your leisure. These guys here are awesome. All right, they're all about, teaching people everything that they need so they can generate, wealth on their own, instead of investing 20 years into an occupation, relying on a pension and stuff like that. How about, investing into, the right knowledge so you can generate the money that you need from your job on your own. That way you can walk away. And now you have plenty of time for your family. You can educate your own children, right? Instead of having strangers educating, and then you really don't even know your children, because they at school 8 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day, and you at work. No wonder we have all this tension in the household, right? All right. So leading on to this, earn your leisure. These guys are awesome. They have Market Mondays every Monday on YouTube. They giving you the game. Okay. All right. Everybody, if you working a job by now, I think I mentioned this in numerous presentation. If you're working a job, and you don't have your own business by now, you pretty much giving away like $3,000 to $7,000 every year of your own money freely. It's already bad enough that, you basically just volunteering to pay taxes, and then they got you applying for your own tax money at the end of the year instead of just giving it back to you like you gave it to them, right? Who does that? But I want to give you the game, to get all the money that you deserve, right? So the rule to taxes is to pay the legal minimum, and that's pretty much zero. And a lot of people don't know that the legal minimum is zero. That's why a lot of rich people, they don't pay taxes, guys, because they have tax exemptions, right? Tax breaks to exempt them from paying certain taxes. So what am I saying? Okay, there are different rules to money, so don't believe everything you see and read on TV. Okay, I'm giving you the tools that you need so you can really re-educate yourself, what really goes on behind the scenes, so that way you can create that generational wealth that you need in your life. Okay, so Windfall Tax Savings by Ron Mueller. This guy's a tax professional. It'll take you far. Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright. These are the two books that you need to help seal the deal, so you can really get all draw back all your energy so you can use it for your rise. Okay, so the ultimate goal is to not to pay anything in taxes legally. Okay, and I'm giving you the tax laws, the tax codes right here. Okay, so with that being said, let's talk about, remember, when it comes to the law of prosperity, it's all about generosity, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm giving back in my way, from my point of view, right? And I'm giving you all the information that I use to to get to retire at the age of 38. I could have did it sooner, especially if I knew this information. All right, but it's better late, it better late than never, right? And I was able to also apply this information. All jokes aside, I was able to apply this information. I also get my wife away from her job, even though she loved her career as a nurse, and we talk about it all the time, but I was like, hey, our children need you, I need you, right? So I was able to get her away from her job, about 3 or 4 years ago. Too easy. I could have did it sooner too, but I really had to look at how money really works again in my life, and that's why I'm here sharing this with you, because a lot of you guys really could use this information, and I know only 20% of you guys gonna really apply is the key word, this information that I'm sharing with you. And a year from now, you would thank me. And trust me, you can't put a price tag on this information that I'm sharing with you, because nobody will ever teach you this stuff. Okay, so if you love to donate to the channel, feel free to donate after you generate your coins. Okay, but don't forget where you got the information from. The universe always watching. Okay, so if you want more in life, you got to give more, and that's what I've been doing all my life. I always been giving to people, and a lot of time I gave too much and people don't give back. And I look back, when I really need stuff, there was no one there to really help me. Even though I really didn't need no help with money, just to be there, just to talk about stuff. So I'm here to let you know, like, hey, you got this. It's never too late to rewrite your story. Everything starts in your mind. Everything starts in the spiritual realm first before it manifests in the physical, right? As always, as above, so below, as within, so without, as the universe, so the soul, guys. And we all have the truth with us, but it's not found in books to any given extent. It has been passed along from lips to ear, and when it was written down at all, its meaning was veiled in terms of alchemy and astrology. So only those possessing the key could read it, all right? That's from the 3 initials, the Kabbalion. And right now, I'm telling you, unlock the universe inside of you. Don't be afraid to do you, because you are your own universe, okay? And I'm just a reflection of you in a different time and space. I'm here to remind you of your greatness. All this information. I'm just here to remind you of it, and I'm just here to tell you, like, hey, you better get off your butt and take action and get your money, and stop giving your money away, your energy away. All right, with anything that we discuss, keep in mind with the principle of polarity, there's a good side, not so good side, some things you can work on, some things you're doing great, right? But it's always about balance. So if you believe, when it comes to prosperity, ultimately, if you believe that you do not deserve prosperity, then you cannot expect to receive it. So the lack of righteous knowledge is the root of all evil. Okay, so money is not evil, it's the lack of the righteous knowledge. I'm here to share righteous knowledge, the tools that are going to give you, I guarantee, is going to give you the results. I promise you. Okay, so the universe is, I'm being accountable for my actions today. It's all about cause and effect. Okay, so why would I share this? Just waste my time just sharing you some gibberish and it doesn't work. Okay, so but I'm sharing from the heart chakra, right? All right, but let's get started. But we draw from the universal pool according to our consciousness. Okay, it's all about the mindset, guys. All right, you either have a poverty consciousness or an abundance consciousness. So what plays a huge part of, you got fear underlies poverty consciousness because people fear what they don't understand and what they don't know, right? When you don't know something, no, that's the devil. Oh, that's the devil. No, your mindset is the devil because you don't know no better. They have, these institutions are set up to keep grown people dumbed down in a childlike mindset, and they don't question their childlike curiosity don't peep over the surface like this sun here, so you can become illuminated, right? So it's time to ask more questions, guys. But I'm giving you the information that you need to get you some things going from this poverty consciousness. But some people use all their available energy focused on lack. All right, so you need to know the difference between liability and assets. Remember, liabilities take money out of your pockets. Assets bring money in your pocket with this cash flow. You want different streams of cash flow coming in to pay for all your living expenses, these liabilities, right? That way you live for free. I live for free. So instead of giving money away, I rather teach people how to make their own money. All right. So I don't like people coming to me with their hands out like, what's the problem? Okay. What do you need? Do you need to learn something? I got a couple books you can read. If you don't want to read, they got audio books. All right. So I'm not giving people no excuses. All right. Everybody is abundance. You're entitled to your own abundance, your birthright. All right. So one of my things is like, what is the cause of this mindset in the first place? Who taught you to focus on lack? Why do you have this lack? Is there something I need to research and figure out like what's causing this in the first place, right? But it's all about like, hey, there's a cause for you feeling this way. So I'm here to reverse engineer that cause and give you the information that you need so you don't have no excuse in your life, okay? The only excuse that you're gonna have is not taking action, okay? So number 2, greed is a financial indigestion. So if you hoard money in your bank account, and many of you guys do without letting it flow freely, you eventually tell the universe that you do not want or need more, and eventually it will stop sending you money. All right, so if you've been hoarding money in your bank account, and just saving up a couple $1,000, a couple $100, you gotta let your money, flow. They call it a bank for a reason, because when currency or water hit a bank, it doesn't move anywhere, right? It goes stale. So with any energy, you got to keep it constantly moving. And that's why I was demonstrating over here with you, investing in different, income streams, right? Streams are energy, right? So like you got different, dividend stock, Nike, Walmart, AMC, you name it. You got real estate. You got different, you got whole life policies and stuff that's paying you interest on your money, so your money is still there, but it's in different, vehicles, right? That's generating cash flow. I hope that makes sense so far, but you're not letting it go stale in the bank and just banking off and getting stale, okay? I hope that makes sense. All right, but I'm gonna include some additional information down below in the description area to help you out, right? But as we move forward, please, I repeat, if you've been hoarding money in your bank account without letting it flow freely, you eventually tell the universe that you do not want or need more. And man, you guys been doing that. It will stop sending it to you. Okay. So if you believe that you are unworthy of, unworthy, you will miss opportunities. And if you are mean-spirited and you believe, if you are mean-spirited, rigid-minded and tight-fisted, you would never feel content or happy, for poverty consciousness is an attitude. Okay, so learn about what you seek. Learn about money. What is money? Why do I feel money keeping avoiding me? Okay, it's because it's the mindset, it's the consciousness. All right, the schools of design, they will never teach you about money, what money is, and how to generate your own money for a reason. Okay, so I'm here to break all of that. So I'm here to give you the game. So the new knowledge and action will reflect in your life. Okay, so when you apply these tools that I mentioned in this presentation, so please write them down, take a screenshot, and research. Go on YouTube and research these people. Okay. And I have some playlists all about money too, if you check that too. All right, but the new knowledge and action will reflect in your life. So give it like 30, 60, 90 days. You will see, that your mindset will change. All right, there's a cause and effect. All right, as you learn something each and every day, all you doing is you building that new muscle. Okay, so everything is an idea first before it manifests in the physical. Remember, everything is spiritual first before it manifests in the physical. So those people that are generous hearted, open minded, and giving mentally, physically, and emotionally will always be content and happy. Their attitudes toward prosperity is to pretty much use riches with wisdom. And that's how I apply, money, this currency in my life. I use it with wisdom. Instead of just handing out money to people, I'm like, hey, I'll show you how to make some money. If you don't want to learn, I'll walk away. All right, it's time to stop just giving. What are you teaching people if you just keep giving them money and keep doing things for them? It's time to teach people how to fish, guys. So how can I help myself first and then to help others, cash flow? And so that was my mindset. So I'm providing this information presentation series to give back, to help you unlock that abundance mindset, that consciousness within you. So as we close, guys, it's all about, with this abundance mindset, it's all about thinking, speaking, acting, and believing as you are prosperous, which you are, and you were impressed to the universe, this energy, this feeling, and it's going to send you plenty. So it's time to help people to help themselves to become their own leaders, and that's part of my purpose. And remember, as you grow through this process of self-discovery, knowledge of self, through your own personal transformation and atonement process, you are the student and the teacher at the same time frame. So you got to know which role that you playing. Always have that, beginner, that student mindset. Cause every situation, or experience, you can always learn something. So the key to keeping you tuned into a frequency, guys, you got to keep learning. When you read, when you focus your attention on a thing, it automatically puts you in that vibration. I hope that makes sense. It's very simple, but it's complex, right? So, when you focus on a thing, when you read these books, right? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or The Cash Flow Quadrant, or The Richest Man in Babylon, or paying attention to Earn Your Leisure, right? It puts you on that vibration. All right. So you can have a lot of these things going in the background as you're doing other things. Your brain is recording everything, that's going on behind the scenes. You are that powerful. All right. But this has been my breakdown of spiritual law of prosperity. I really want to, cover this, brief but thorough, right? And give you all the tools and the gems and just share my experiences with you guys, so you can really have a better understanding of what to expect when you grow through this process and getting your money back. Okay, that's why I call it get your coins back. Okay, but as always, our purpose and mission require learn a whole bunch of life lessons to gain the experience and knowledge for ourselves grow. If you grow through this process, generating all these shillings, right? Please share your knowledge and wisdom with people. Point people to a reference. Show people, how to get things done in their life. But as always, trust your own intuition. Stop believing people. Believe yourself first. Follow your own lead. All right, because your thoughts, beliefs, words, emotions, and actions always going to equal your reality and your results. So you have no excuse now to keep your money in check, because each soul has the ability to manifest what they need, but they fear. But fear, poverty, consciousness, conditioning, and often the lack of education prevent many people from manifesting what they need in life. All right, so don't let that be you. You have no excuse after viewing this presentation. So be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. This has been Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, we'll be concluding this presentation, this part 2 series, with the laws of creation, with the laws of manifestation, and the laws of success. But we will be back. This is Chris. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.